So if you install the latest MySQL in your system, so they have provided a beautiful schema called, wait, I think I missed some schema. So by default, they have provided some schema. Okay. So these are the schemas they have provided. So there are worlds and Sakila. So if you go for Sakila schema, so there are a bunch of tables, so which is beautifully segregated. So I don't know where this ER diagram went. So here you should get some ER diagram. So these are the tables. So which will have some bridge tables, foreign key related, one to many, many to many, many to many, and many to one kind of relationships tables. So this Sakila database, and for simple JDBC we can use this three tables. So let me check what kind of so here I have ID. So ID, name, country code, district, and population are the column names. So what is ID means? ID is a primary key and auto incremented. So here it's very important in MySQL. So auto increment means, so if you keep auto increment for that primary key means, so MySQL itself will take the auto incremented value. So whenever you insert a record, suppose if the auto incremented, if primary key value is 1 for first record, second record it will be 2. So in MySQL, by default it will be happening. But in whereas Oracle, you need to write some sequence and you need to fire some triggers. So on the insertion of any new record, we need to fire the sequence with some triggers. So but MySQL, it will directly handle the auto increment kind of thing. Okay, fine. So name is character not null, country code character 3, district 20, population integer. Okay, so let's come to we'll write some simple query for understanding. So select I think we have to select database. So these are the records. So, but it's a better way if you won't give star here. You should not give star here. So every time you need to fetch some with column names, name, and, country code, district. Right? So everything comes here. So I missed the population. So I didn't. I don't want the population. So that's why I haven't given that. Or else we'll go for 3. I got only 3. Okay, fine. So let me come to. So you are aware of Eclipse, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's so okay. First, what we will do means we will create a sample program for this world schema. So, and we will use JDBC for communicating with world schema, and we will fetch some records. So I'll also write insert query, but I won't insert because I don't want to disturb this table which they have provided. Okay, that's coming to. So there is one more miscellaneous tool called Maven. So are you guys aware of Maven? And
No.
Not much.
so are you aware of Ant or Maven?
Yeah, none of them.
Huh?
No, I do not have any idea of both.
Okay, fine. Let me explain what is Maven. So it will be helpful for us in future. So Maven is nothing. So it's just like if I let's take this this project. So this is a web security kind of thing I have written on. So this is Maven project. Here you can find M symbol and S symbol. S means it's a Spring related project. So there will be one pom.xml. Okay, so I'll first of all I will explain you the structure of standard web application. So this is the standard web application phase 2. So here Java resource, I think you are aware. Okay, fine. So these are the packages in the source. So which the source files need to be. So and these are the libraries. So you need no need of this one, but you need this one. So no need of this one, web content. So these are the the structure of a web application. So I'll explain the structure of web application now. Or else let me finish this JDBC. So I'll create one Java project. So you are aware of creating the Java project and dynamic web application, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
JDBC sample. So I created JDBC sample. It has taken by default my system runs on JDK 1.7. It has taken 1.7 API. So it has created only one source folder. So that is enough. So but here for communicating MySQL database, I need MySQL jar. So there will be driver jar. So let me go to MySQL. Let me find the jars. Yeah, let's download the jar. I will explain you what I did now later. So when we start, what is Maven? So I want this jar. We got it. This jar is important for us for JDBC. So let's come into here. So here I create. So for, it's better. So it's a good way if you create. So if you want to include that jar in our project, you can do in two ways. So directly go to the build path and configure build path. So you can directly add external jar files. Okay, external means wherever the jar is located, you can directly go and add that jar. So the jar is located here in this place, but it's not a correct way to integrate. So suppose if you delete this LDAP security project, okay, so this jar will be unavailable for this project. So it's a good way if you copy and paste a jar in your current project, and let's take some folder called lib. So I'll copy and paste the jar file here. Okay, once I copy and paste the jar file, so here, so this symbol you can see, right? So this is a package symbol of libraries. So for your project, so what this project structure says is, for your projects, all the available jars are only these. So those are JDK 1.7 by default. So if you see your MySQL connector Java jar is not added to your project, so that you can't access your driver class for MySQL. So what I will do is right click build path and add to build path. So here, if you see one more symbol came, reference libraries. So there you can find MySQL libraries. Okay, so what we need in this is only this driver. So this is the class we need to load for JDBC accessing this. So one more. So this is the setup, project setup, simple setup of standalone application. there are two kinds of application. One is web application and standalone application. Standalone application is nothing but it's a jar. So jar extension folder. It's a folder. So, but we can make it as a jar. So using jar command in so we know you are aware of jar command, right? In core Java.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, using that. So so in my source folder, first of all, it's so coding in. So we have to follow some coding standards. So for following the coding standards, so every class should be in some package. So we need to create some package, and then in that package we need to create a class. So whether it is a simple sample class or everything, but we need to create some class, some package. So package structure need to be like this. So com means so it's .com or net or some kind of web extensions of your company. So company name is so let's take XYZ. So XYZ is my company, and later I need to give my project name. So here, what is the project name is JDBC sample is my project name. So that is enough for writing a sample demo. Okay, here so I got by default the sample demo. So here I need to write the main class. Main class is done. So first of all, so it's a better way. So how we need to develop a program means. So first of all, we need to write some pseudocode, like wireframe. So what we want to do in this program. So what we want to achieve using this program. First of all, we need to write in comments. So it's a coding standards. Okay, because why we need to write those kind of things means because you have written this program. So some enhancement came after you left the company. So the person who have to do the enhancement, he need to understand what is the program, what is that program. So there will be some knowledge transfer whenever he left the company, but it is not sufficient for them. So so the standards. So everyone need to follow standards. So we need to write some comments, pseudocode while writing any program or starting any project. Okay, so let's write some pseudocode and some comments for this program. So what we want to achieve. So first of all, so there are so for getting connection between your program to MySQL database, what are the steps needed? So I will write those steps. So what I need to do for JDBC, what I need to do, I need to create a connection to MySQL. So how I can create a connection to MySQL? I want to load the, first of all, you need to load the driver. Load the driver class. And okay, loading the driver class, using the driver class, after loading the driver class, what we can do? So using driver manager, okay. So creating a connection and so write some query. Write some query. Fire the query. Okay, so these are the things I have to do. So loading the driver. So how I can load the driver? So have you remembered in JDBC how to load a driver? Vipin?
No.
Okay, fine. Let's. So there is a class. So there is a class called class. So it's a class in lang package. Okay. So dot class dot furname. Furname. Okay. So what is the class name is? It's a driver. So the name itself you can see driver means okay. So the name itself says I am a driver from your program to MySQL. So dot so you need to specify with the package name the driver class. Okay, so we need to load this driver before we are getting the connection. So so if you are not loading this driver class, what will happen? We will while running the executing this code, we will see. So this class dot for name throws some checked exception called class not found. Okay. So what I will do means I will write this in try catch. Okay, fine. Okay, now creating a connection to MySQL. Okay, so how to create a connection in MySQL? So or anything. So how to create a connection in JDBC? So creating a connection in JDBC connection. So there are two types of connection. So one is java.sql connection and another one is com.mysql.jdbc. So there are two kinds of interfaces provided by MySQL and standard Java. So we need to use standard Java because so if you use this connection object, so you are directly using the vendor's connection. So vendor who is here, vendor MySQL is your vendor. So it's not a right way to use that connection. So we have to use the standard SQL connection. So SQL connection is equal to I think driver manager. Okay, driver manager beautiful dot get connection. So there are overloaded. So there are overloaded get connection methods. So one is you can directly give the URL parameter, one parameter like URL. Another one is one parameter like properties. Okay. And third is okay. This is fantastic. So user and password URL. So URL is database URL. Okay, we can make use of all these overloaded methods. So I'll explain in detail. So first of all, let's write a small program. So if you see, this also throws something. So SQL exception. So this suppose this throws some SQL exception. So connection. Okay. So here, what is URL?
URL is the database connection, which is if it is a SQL connection, it will be having some URL in the local machine.
Okay.
So it's going to be something like a web address which is located in the current server,
okay.
or with the local host address with the port number.
Good. And
yeah.
What is user?
Yeah. Username is generally the username and the password is password, but It's going to be root.
Okay, root.
Uh,
Okay. So same. So you have to interact like this, so that I can know. So the class will be wonderful. So okay, you can say me anything. Okay, so password is password and user is user. So what is URL? So what kind of URL? So if you see here in the explanation, they have given some kind of JDBC.
So
you
JDBC
get
basically, the JDBC, I don't know what is a JDBC port connection, but for MySQL it's 3306, I believe.
okay, fine. Okay,
So we might have a local connection, HTTP colon double slash localhost colon 3306 slash is going
okay.
to be the URL, and the whatever the username and password that has been set at the time of
Let's hold one thing. HTTP colon double slash local host colon. What you said?
double 3306
3306
slash.
slash.
Um, I mean, that's how I remember it. And
Okay, fine.
for
So
the, I
what
mean,
can
as
you give me some suggestions? What would what can it be?
maybe a database name,
Yeah, wonderful. And
which we might have created, or if it is not created, we might have to create a database
okay,
initially.
so existing. So here
Yes,
the existing is world, right? I asked you guys to use that world sample database. Okay, world,
yes.
and then
And then it's kind of it's ended. And
yeah, done.
everything, yeah, we are done. And everything we
So
have
this is
to. I,
so you have remembered very well. So this is okay. So what is this URL says here is, hey, I want to connect localhost to the port number this and to the schema this. So what you said is that is okay, fine. But this is not the right way for JDBC connection. So
for
JDBC
JDBC,
URL is different from HTTP URL.
okay.
Okay, so there is some. So I too need to remember that one. So uh, like JDBC colon. So it
ODBC colon JDBC ODBC connection.
yeah, yeah, come on. ODBC.
ODBC colon JDBC ODBC connection.
Okay, ODBC colon JDBC colon connection.
No, it's the first one. JDBC colon ODBC colon JDBC ODBC connection.
Connection. Okay. So
Uh,
this
I
kind
I
of
re-
so there are four kinds of drivers. So while you are learning JDBC in depth, you are aware of four kinds of drivers. So type 1, type 2, type 3, or type 4.
yes.
Let's not discuss on the all the four kinds of drivers. So we'll directly go to the program execution now. So we will use four type 4 driver. So why we need to use type 4 driver means, so I think it's I'll come back with why we need to use type 4 driver and why we need to use, or else we'll skip that session because you can study on your own, uh,
Sure.
or I will explain you why we need to use type 4 driver tomorrow's class. So okay, let's remember what JDBC colon MySQL colon local colon localhost colon port number 3306 slash gold. I think this might not be correct URL. We'll check, or else we will find in web. Root, and my password is MySQL. Okay. So I will run this program. I'll get exception. Okay. I think here also we need to use dash or something. I forgot. Okay, fine. Let's go in a copy paste manner. Not to waste time. We'll do one thing. I have it. Okay, I can print it. Yeah. Okay. Colon double slash.
Yeah.
It's colon double slash. You can get the connection. Done. We didn't get any. We didn't get any exception. So connection is. So we got the connection. Okay. Fine. So after getting the connection, what we need to do? So we need to write some query, right?
Yeah.
So query is string. So what the query we want to do? So this
Select
is the
ID.
I want to do. So I copy pasted. So before writing query, you need to test that query whether it is right or not. So I tested the query. So I got some results. So it's right. Okay, fine. And fire that query. How to fire that query? So I got connection object. So how to fire that query? So any inputs from your side?
Execute.
Execute.
Or I mean, we have to get the connection between the connection and query. We have to pass the query to the connection parameter first.
Okay, fine. Any more inputs? So who have joined today? Oh, Reva, right? So he's new to our. So where is that girl?
Pratyusha.
Yeah, Pratyusha. She haven't joined, right?
No,
Okay.
she hasn't.
Okay, Reva.
I just want to say, Riva, please stop me if I'm going. I mean, if I'm interrupting your voice or something.
Reva, good evening. Okay, fine. Okay, I think something. Okay, fine. So okay, fine, Bipin. So for firing the query, what we need to do? So I want to fire this query. So what I have to do in JDBC? Okay, so I got the connection. I loaded the connection, and now so for executing. So you said some execute kind of thing, right? So for executing this query using JDBC, there are two different ways. So first of all, so let me open the API. Okay, I opened the API. So here, so all the package is related to Java. So how to use this API? You are aware, right, Vipin?
Yes,
Okay,
it's just
fine.
a reading
That's
sessions.
very common thing. So every person, even I need to go to this API and check what are the classes and what are the methods inside. So even everybody should go here. So
Sure.
yeah, for JDB. So for JDK you have this API. So for Spring, you will have some other API. For Spring Security, so Spring modules, you will have some other APIs. For Hibernate, you will have some other API. Okay, API is nothing but, so let me explain some brief. So API is nothing but your jar file. So keeping the so whatever you have written in your jar file, so classes, interfaces, something. So everything will be in your so 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 I went here to IO package. So let's go to SQL package. So Sun has written a jar file. So a jar file with package name SQL. Okay. So where this connection object will be exist. So you are aware, right? rt.jar kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Java.sql. So we'll go there. Java.sql. So this is a package. Okay. So I'll go to this package. So here you find some classes. Okay. Okay. So classes and interfaces clubbed. Okay. So here, so Sun has written some beautiful classes for communicating with communicating with JDBC. So these are the classes and interfaces they have written. So these are .class files. It's not source. So coming to API, so you can find in SQL package. So package means you will get here. If you see here, package. Okay. So in that package, what are the interfaces exist, and what are the classes exist, what are the enums exist, what are the exceptions exist. So these are the things. So how many? So there are totally 50. Okay. So these are the 50 classes, interfaces, and enums. Okay. So it's a brief kind of thing. It's not definition. So definition will be different for docs. So okay, interface. So what we used right away here means connection interface. We used. So here you can find what is connection and what kind of things, some blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. Driver manager. We used so driver manager, right? Okay. Yes. Driver manager. So here you will find what is driver manager. So no longer applications no longer need to excessively load. Okay, fine. It's a beautiful thing.
So we are. Shall we try without? I mean, shall we try without specifying the class name?
We'll try that one. Okay, but I'm not sure it will happen. Okay, so if you study all these things, he will give some kind of thing, right? So here he said no need of loading the class. Okay.
Yes.
So existing programs which currently loads JDBC drivers using class.program will continue to work without modification.
I mean, he's saying even if it is okay, even if it is we are using. But
yeah, fine. So, but we need to do so. In order to achieve this one, we need to do something. So he will explain in these paras. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So this came in starting with the Java 2 SDK. So version 3.1 only. So here it is a driver manager. So if you click on methods, so you'll find what are all the methods, and so we used get connection. So this method, okay, fine. So now after getting connection, what? Yeah.
In the connection, when we are establishing the connection, I have seen a different URL kind of things. We are using 3 variables in 3 parameters, which is string, which is URL, username, and password. But in some of the programs, I have seen URL, port number, username, and password.
Okay.
Are there any kind of things such like that?
Okay. I'll explain you in detail. So actually, I want to recall those things because it's long time to
Yeah,
using.
it's been a long time
Okay.
for me as well because all these years I have been using the C++ and I haven't used Java for a long time. So
Yeah.
it's kind
So
of
nothing else. So no need of worry. So as my experience of these many years, so what I feel is, so what are the roles of software engineer is nothing, designing.
okay.
So coding, everyone will do this coding. So even you are not aware of JDBC right now. So you
No.
can directly go to net. I want some examples of JDBC. So you can search that one. But here so you can search that example. You directly copy paste that example in your this sample code. Okay, and you can directly run it.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone can do coding. But here, the designing the software, so designing the requirement. So client need so some client needs. So our company needs some requirements, some task, some project. In that project, so wait. I will explain you all these things in coming sessions. But
Sure. Let's
today
go with the
we will run at least one class, and later on I will explain you. So those are very important. So writing a code, everyone can write. So even you can. So there is no need of classes for you. So you can directly go to net and copy paste that example and write that. So you can understand. So by default you can okay fine. So he will give some. So let me explain those also. So it's you drag the thing. So JDBC examples. So you'll get lot of tutorials. So tutorial points something. Okay. So connect to. So here you can directly see. So quick start. So this guy will give what he will give means. So he will give some brief introduction of this thing and see how neat he has given quick start. Some quick start guides for JDBC interaction databases like MySQL, Oracle, and Postgres. Okay, connect to JDBC. We'll go to here.
sure.
Okay, fine. So code snippet. Okay, so okay. So here we are aware. So connection and con dot this thing, username, password, connection dot close. So what's
Yeah.
the example? So testing the example. Connection, class not found. We already did that one.
Did that, yeah.
So connection. So this one. Okay, fine. Run it. I run. So you can go in this way also without classes. So, but if you are familiar with studying or reading, if you are familiar with reading, you can directly go to this example and see. So code snippet. Okay. I need to do like this. Okay, fine. So I need to do like this. I need to run like this. So he will also give give how to run. So run it. Okay. So assume this one in this is stored in this folder along with MySQL driver. Okay.
Yeah.
So go to command prompt. So I think this is command prompt, right? Okay. Go to command prompt. Type Java -cp. So give the full jar file, colon, and your example, compiled example. Then it will print these things.
Yeah.
Okay. He also give PostScript. PS. So you need MySQL connector version in your class for done. Okay. This is enough for you how to write. So why you need classes? Okay. Here come to why you need these classes. So here so why you need classes is. So writing this code, everyone will write. So even so, suppose if I am a Java developer, so my company needs some C++ program. I want to write that C++ program. I don't know C++. What I will do? I will go to some tutorials. and find what is what are the syntax should be followed in C++. What are the tools I need to install? I will search that one and I will learn it. But
Yeah.
So because I am experienced guy, it might take some little time to learn C++. Okay, because I am experienced and I know what is the software design. I know the programming language concepts. So in C++ also you will have conditional operators and loop kind of thing, and printing the data. So in Java also you will have same kind of thing, but different syntax. Right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
in .NET also you will have the same kind of thing, but with different syntax.
Yes.
So why I will go to tutorials means I want what is the syntax. That's all. So inside the syntax, what code I need to write, that I know.
Okay.
So my company needs I want to print 100 numbers. So in Java I can directly write take a loop and I can directly print 100 numbers.
Okay.
Okay, but in C++ how to do? I don't know, but my company said that my lead said that you need to write in C++ only. I don't know C++. I'll go to Google and find some tutorials how to do that one. Okay, I will find the syntax. So how to loop, how to print, and I will get that one, that concept. I won't study all the C++ thing from start to end. So what I need is, the requirement is I need to print 100 numbers in C++. I know how to print that one. So I need to. So what is the design here means? Okay, fine. So I need to take 100 as a endpoint. 1 is an starting point. I need to print from 1 to 100. So how to print? So in Java, how can I do that one? I will think of like that. So in Java, how can I do? So I will iterate. I will take a loop into something like kind of thing, and I will. So my end point is 100. In that loop, I will write system.out.println, and I will give that I. So if I run that program, so directly 100 numbers will be printed. Okay, that is in Java. In C++ also the same thing. So here, if you observe, so the programming language is segregated in so this is programming. So language is different. C++, Java, .NET. Those are language. So programming language. So programming, I know. So language, they have specified. You need to write in C++, but I know the in Java only. So I go to net and search what are the syntax. I don't study all the C++ from starting to ending for writing this small program. I will go to search and I will search for how to iterate in C++. I'll get some syntax. Okay, fine. So that is enough for me. So if you are experienced, you will do like that. Even I will do like that. So if I am not aware of this string means, so I will go to net. So my requirement is, so you need to print all the numbers. So you need to communicate with your database using string, not JDBC. You don't write JDBC, all these kinds of stuff. So my requirement is like that. So but I don't know string. Okay, what I will do? I don't learn all the string concepts. So whatever the task they have given to me, I need to do that thing only.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the starting, I also struggle the same kind of thing. I don't know how to write a program. I don't. So string. So what is string? I don't know all the things. So my first day. So starting from first day, I have written programs. So my first program is JDBC and Servlet. First day, first program, one project is done. So simple project. So project is so it's some kind of requirements. So project will have some requirements. So suppose if you take, I want to build this mkyong.com website. So this is a project.
Yeah.
Okay. First, I need to, in this project, you will have some kinds of tasks. So some kind of modules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are the modules? Web module, application module, database module. So this mkyong is interactive. So there are two kinds of websites, non-interactive and interactive. So what is interactive and what is non-interactive? So non-interactive means you can find some college websites. So those are static pages. So no need to have some database connections. Those are some static. Interactive means, so you will give some data. So I want these fields. So submit. So you will click submit button. So then it will go to server and fetch some data. So fetch the queried details and get them back. So that is interactive website. So here for non-interactive websites, the modules will be like this. So HTML module, CSS module, JavaScript module. For interactive website, so all these things, HTML module, CSS module. So web module, we'll treat it club. In the club, we will call it as web module. So HTML, JavaScript, and CSS web module, application server module, and database. So web module will be so that will take care of web developers. So application module will be taking care of application developers. Database module will be taking care of database developers. Okay. So after the project comes, so here they will segregate in modules, and they will segregate so who need to work in this module, and what are the developers, who will be the lead, who will be the manager. So they will be designing all these things.
Okay.
So initially they will design. Okay, so then we'll find. So what I got is so I got so in the first day of my office I got in application module.
Okay.
So there is one requirement. I need to get some data from database. So I need to provide some URL. I need to get some data from database, and I need to push that data to in XML format in the response. That is my task, because I already know how to connect with the database using JDBC. So I have written that code. Okay, I already know how to write servlet. I have written that one, but I don't know XML. Okay, writing the connection to database, that is done. Writing a servlet, creating one URL, that is done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But here communication is XML, that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that thing took nearly 4 hours to learn what is XML, how to send XML, kind of thing. So my leader also helped me how to write the XML, what is the format they need, so what is the template they need, what kind of XML. So I need to send in the response. So if some error exists, what I need to send, what kind of XML. So communication need to be only XML. It should not be like 500 status code. You will find something like some kind of thing. So if, so you will find, right, so resource unavailable kind of exceptions. You should not get that one. So even though if you got exception in your database, so what is that exception? In XML format only you need to send. So the tag is message. So oh hey, you got exception. So I need to write some tags and those things. So within 1 hour I have written servlet and JDBC connection, and it took nearly 5 to 6 hours to write the XML template and delivering that one. So my first day of office, it took 9 hours for me. Morning 9 o'clock I went, and evening 7 or 6, I didn't remember. I returned back. Okay, so software engineer life will start like this. So first day, so so I got a chance to write from first day. You might not get a chance to write a program from first day. Okay, because I recruited in a startup company, so I got I got a chance to write a program from first day. So suppose if you are placed in MNC, so you will get a chance to write in not in first day. Even 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, so like some kind of thing. Okay, so coming back to this JDBC, so these are so these you don't know how to, what they will write and how to follow. So based on experience, so why, so what we started, why you need classes, right? So you need classes for this kind of interaction. So you don't know what I will do in my company, right?
Yes.
So I need to share those details. So this programming and everything, you can directly go and search in net and you can directly do this thing. So coming to okay, fine. So you can find all this program, so all this code snippet, and you can directly copy paste, and if you execute, that will execute. But that won't execute. You need to change this database and password.
Passwords.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then it will execute. But here I will say why I need to write this class.forName. Even he also says, it seems. He didn't say. I will say that one. Why you need to write class.forName? Why you need to get the connection? Why you need to write like this only? Are there any ways? I will say like that. I should say that one because I am taking class. Okay. So okay, fine. Coming to here. So connection is successful. So let's go to the API.
Okay.
So after getting the connection, what I have to do? So I have to fire the query. For firing the query, you have some beautiful classes. Interface statement. Okay. Statement. Repeat statement. Callable statement. Okay. You remember these things, right?
Yeah.
Statement, repeat statement, callable statement.
No, not exactly.
Okay, fine. So let's start from scratch. So what is statement? What is prepared statement? And what is callable statement? First of all, don't go to too much thing. After getting connection, I need to fire some query. So for firing the query, what I need to write? So means in Java perspective, what they have given means, so create statement object find the query, or else create prepared statement query and find the object and fire the query, or create callable statement and fire the query. So in 3 ways you can fire the query. So when to use statement object, when to use prepared statement object, when to use callable statement of object. So Bipin, I'm sure you are writing some running notes, right?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay. So you can write like this. So no need to write whatever I said. So you can write in your own way. So create connection object. So in a diagrammatic way you can do like this. Okay. Sure. If you write in diagrammatic way, so it will be very easy to understand only by you.
Yes.
Okay, not by others. So every node. So there are some rules in software industries. Okay. Every nodes what you have taken that need to be understand only by you. not by others. So if it is understandable by others, they will push you down.
Yes.
Okay, it should not be understandable by others. So it is unethical, but I am saying. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so you write the running notes, whichever way you read. So what kind of how to fire the query? Okay, so we can fire the query using statement object, prepare statement, and callable statement. So when to use statement object?
Mhm.
Suppose, so when to use statement object? So let me finish this statement thing. Let me finish this execution of this thing. Okay, statement.
Okay.
Here also you need to take this thing. Statement is equal to how to get statement from connection only you should get, I think. Create wonderful. Okay, after getting statement, what I need to do? Okay, here comes. So I created this object. Okay, here and fire query, right? So I created the object. Okay, how to fire the query? Here comes statement. Might give some methods. Add batch execute. Okay, see here execute given the SQL statement. Executes the given SQL statement which will return multiple results. Okay, fine. This is fine for me. Okay, so I will take this one. Write this query here. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now again I will run this code. Nothing is printed. Okay, suppose I will. So in the query, some city. Okay, I have written that one, and I tried like this. Okay, I got some exception. What the exception? Table does not exist because I have taken Y. The query is wrong. The table does not exist. So now the table exists. Suppose I have written some SQL syntax error. So query I have written like this. I will skip the comma. It should show some kind of exception like now what you will get. It should show some kind of exception like the query syntax error or some kind of thing. Let's hope it happens. It didn't happen. Why it didn't happen? See, you have an error in SQL syntax. Please check the manual. Okay, at line number 1 or kind of thing. So I have given like this. So it's a SQL syntax, right? Syntax error. So that's why it is in the exception. So it throws SQL exception. I am printing that exception. Okay, fine. So now my requirement is I need to print all this data. How to print it? So execute firing the query is this one. Execute. Creating the statement object is finished. So now what I have to do? I need to get that result, and I need to do something. I need to print that result of that query. So then how to do that? That is they have given one more interface called result set. Okay, here in the name itself you can see result set. Okay, set means what? What is set?
So it is a collection.
Yeah, collection. Right. What is the significance of set?
It has all the unstructured data.
Okay, fine. And one more thing, I'm expecting one more word from you. Okay, let it be. Set means unique data.
Yeah.
Okay, list means not unique data. Okay, you can pass multiple times some kind of number, but in set, whereas coming set, even though if you pass some multiple same data means it will take only one, but whereas coming to list, it will take whatever you pass, it will store multiple times, it will store in multiple objects. But coming to list, it will store only single. If you store, if you want to try to push multiple same values, it will store only one. So that's why here, so the name indicates, so result set. Set means unique data. Okay. Okay. He has given how to write result. Okay. Execute query. So statement object, he has given, created the statement object and execute query. Okay. Execute query. Okay. Okay. What he did after getting results at C. Wonderful. So API, so if you study API, that is enough. No need to follow all these tutorials. He has given. RS dot some kind of thing. So get result set interface provides data methods, get log of name and so on, retrieving the column values for current row. Okay. After getting a result set, so I need to iterate that result set. How to iterate? Why? RS has provided some beautiful methods like next, first, and some kind of thing. So next, first I will execute this program. I am very much eager to execute this program. Okay, right. RS dot get. So my first ID. So ID obviously it will be int. Okay, first one. Get string 2. RS dot get string. Okay, fine. So now I will execute this thing. See, you got all the data, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here is the syntax. Okay, so this is the syntax. So give me 2 minutes. I'll be coming back.
Sure.
Okay. So in the meanwhile, you can verify this code. I will keep this code for you. Okay. Only 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, coming back. Okay, Dipen?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So coming back. So result set. So what I did. So what I did in this program. So creating a connection object, creating a statement object, creating a result set, and iterating that result set. Okay.
Okay.
So that is enough. So I am doing that thing. So I'm able to print that data. Okay, this is the JDBC. So how to write the JDBC then? So what is connection? So here until this part is same for every JDBC thing. So class dot for name and creating a connection object like this. Every JDBC thing, it's correct. It's the same. So these will be different. So if I want to create statement object or prepare statement object or callable statement. So when to use create statement object, when to use prepared statement object, when to use callable statement object. So coming to statement. Statement. You can execute all DDL commands like select, insert, update, delete something. So all the things. Okay. So prepared statement object. All the things. Callable statement object. I think callable statement. You cannot use callable statement for all these things. Procedure. Okay, fine. So when to use callable statement means to call from procedure to uh, procedures. Okay. So So are you aware of procedures in SQL? Okay.
No.
No.
Okay. Don't drag this session for SQL also. So, but
Sure.
I'm giving some idea. So we can fire. So here, if you observe SQL stored procedures, not stored procedures. SQL stored procedures. Okay. Right. So statement object, prepared statement object, callable statement object. So here you can find the difference, two difference only. So create statement object and prepare statement object, you can find DDL comments. But callable statement, you can find fire only stored procedures. Okay, two kinds of difference. But we need to get three kinds of differences. So what is the difference between these two? When to use statement and when to use prepare statement. Coming to statement, I can directly write these things. So internally, how the JDBC will treat is how internally what happens in JVM. So what your program will do internally in JVM. So loads your driver gets the connection. Hmm, Gets the connection. What is that? Something that create some kind of thing. I missed here some points. I want to say some points here, but I forgot those points. I will explain you later. So create a plan idea. Yeah, plan. Creating plan for executing the query. Okay. Firing the plan. Firing the query. Okay. Getting the result. Okay. Every program using statement object will follow all these steps. I don't know whether all 4 steps are these things. It will follow these steps. Okay. But creating a plan ID is correct. Firing the query is correct. Getting the result is correct. But I missed some point, first point. Okay. I'll let you know in later session. Okay. So for every program using statement objects will write all these things. Will do all these things using statement object. See how I have written. So how I know means. So here I am creating a statement object. Later on I am using statement object. I am firing execute query. Okay. So while creating a statement object, I am not passing the query here, right? Okay. So this is the thing what it will do. So running your code many times will give you the same data.
Okay.
And it will, so JVM will do all these 4 steps. There are some 4 steps. I will explain you exact 4 steps. That is very important for you. I will explain you later session. So what I missed. So I want to write down what I missed. So what I missed from first, types of drivers, right?
Yes.
So these are very important things for you, right? So now steps. JDBC execution. Okay, so there are 2 things I have missed. I will explain you later. Okay, so using statement object, so every time these 4 steps will be executed. So that is a performance issue, right? So every time executing, so creating query and creating a plan ID, separate plan ID for same queries, same self queries. Okay, that is waste kind of creating a plan ID, right? So what here the Sun did is, so they have given one more thing called interface called prepared statement. We'll go to the prepared statement. Oh yeah, I can explain you this here only. So coming to statement, the object used for executing static SQL commands that and returning the results it produces. Okay, result set and blah blah. Okay, fine. Coming to prepared statement, so object returns a pre-compiled statement, SQL statement. So there is difference between static SQL statement and pre-compiled SQL statement. Okay, so so SQL statement is pre-compiled and stored in a prepared statement object. This object can be used to efficiently execute SQL, efficiently execute the statement multiple times. Okay, in arbitrary parameters. Okay, fine. So how? So in the following example, set the parameter. So you can directly. So if you are experienced, you can directly understand. So you can see. So what is difference between you and me means? So I can explain you like this. So for you, you need to follow this tutorial. For me, so this is enough because I am already. So I already followed the tutorial. So you understood, right? Okay. Right. So So prepared statement. How to create a prepared statement? From connection object only, you can get prepared statement. Okay. Let's. So if I use prepared statement, what happens? So every time it won't load it won't load this thing. So it will directly fire the query and get the result. Every time it won't do the first two steps. Directly write the query, so it will directly fire the query and get the results. Every time, any number of hits, it will do the same thing. So it won't write, it won't generate a plan ID for for your query. Okay. So that is the difference between prepared statement and statement. So you already know callable statement used for firing the stored procedure. Call the stored procedure. Prepared statement and statement. So for prepared statement, only two steps. So pre-compiled. So while getting a prepared statement object only, so you will pass the query to it. So it is pre-compiled SQL statement. But whereas SQL statement, while creation you won't pass any query to it. Okay, so it is not pre-compiled. So that is the difference. That's all. Not much. So in real time, every time you will use only prepared statement, not the statement. Okay, fine. So coming to prepared statement, how to create it? So how to fire this query using prepared statement. Prepared statement is equal to connection dot prepared statement. Okay. So now not execute, but I need result set. Execute query. That is enough. Okay. Fine. So what is the, so here if you observe the difference, so here if you observe the difference, so here while creating a prepared statement object from the connection object, what I passed the query. So it is so this will return a prepared statement with pre-compiled SQL query for prepared statement. Whereas coming to statement, if you observe, connection dot only create statement. So it is returning only statement object. It is not pre-compiled. So dynamically you can pass the query in so you can execute the query here, and you can get the result like this. Result set. Both are same, but performance. So prepared statement is used for performance management. Okay, so fine. So we'll try to run this also. We'll comment in this thing. The same result I got. Okay, so you understood what is the difference between prepared statement and statement, how to use. So now, so we will see. So whether so is this code fine for my program or not? This is not fine because I am not closing the connection. So if I am keeping on executing this program many times, okay, keeping on running this program many times, every time it will open the connection, but it won't. It is not closing the connection. Okay, so what will happen? Any ideas, Vipin?
The runtime exception or the memory leak.
Okay. One more assumptions. Some more assumptions. Every time I am opening a connection, but I am not closing. What will happen? Any more assumptions? Okay, let it be. So I will say what will happen. So every database will have some set of connections available. Okay, so in MySQL, I think you can find okay, fine. I am not aware where that exact thing will be. So every database. So this is open source MySQL database. MySQL database will permit. Suppose let's think. So it will permit only 200 connections at a time. So if you are running your program more than 200 times, in 201th time, you will get an exception, connection is not available, unable to open the connection. Because you are not closing the connection for these 200 times. Okay, have you got my point?
Yes.
Vipin?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so these are the things you need to remember. So every time if I open the connection without closing, you will in runtime in real time you will be facing this kind of issues. So you won't get a free connection to connecting the database. So suppose how the database will treat is if already I've opened the connection. Here one connection gone. So available connections is 199. Okay, if I open one more MySQL workbench, so one more connection will be created to your database. So two connections gone. So available connections are 198. So you can use only 198. Okay, so if you use 199 connection means it will say so there are no connections available, kind of some exception. So obviously you will get SQL exception only. In that SQL exception you will find the message like this: no available connections. So now what? So I need to design this program. How can I design? So when to close the connection object? Any ideas?
After the we get the results, after the results set.
Okay, fine. That is wonderful. So in which line I need to close the connection?
27.
Can you tell me the line number?
27.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Because after that we don't anymore need the connection.
Yes. So we will do. We will try to close that connection at 27%, right? Okay, fine. So why? So one more question, Vipin. Why we need to close at the 27th line? Can't
we can close.
at
After 27. After 26, you can close. We can close whenever we want. But the earliest line to close is 27. That is what I am stating.
Okay, fine. So we can close in 26 also, right? Am I right?
I didn't hear you.
So can we close in 26 line? Because I already got prepare statement object. So connection object I am not using in 27th line. So that is your assumption, right? Okay, let it be. So I am closing 27th line as you said. So we'll check what will happen. Some exception got. Operation is not allowed after result set is closed. Why? In 28th line. See, so Vipin, I need to say one more thing. So there is one more thing you need to understand in software industry. So you need to have some debugging skills. Okay. So what is debugging skills? Okay. So what is debugging skills means? So while seeing your exception, you need to know in which line you got this exception, why you got this exception. So basically, I don't know this JDBC. Let's think like that. So I don't know this JDBC. So I got some exception like this. So in which line? So in something like so this thing is not related to us because it's MySQL. So XYZ package is ours. JDBC sample demo main method 28. Okay, this line I got exception. Why I got? Previously it used to work. Why I got? Any ideas, Pipin? Bipin? Riva?
Yes.
Any ideas why we got this exception here? In 28th line.
Maybe
You kept this line here. You have written you did this thing. So you have closed the connection at 27th line. Okay. If I comment that one, whether it will work fine or not, we'll check. But if we uncomment that thing, why it is not working?
So we may,
yeah, tell me.
Yeah, after we are completely done with the operations.
Yeah, exactly. After completely doing our result set operations also, then we need to close the connection also. Okay. Right. So,
but we
is
are,
the result
I mean,
still
so,
connected?
Yeah. Come on, go ahead.
Is the result set still connected to the database even if we have extracted all the information in that?
We didn't still extract it, right?
Okay, so we are iterating through that and then we, okay, got it.
I mean,
but my
we
answer
got
is
the,
not.
I mean,
Okay, fine. Okay, come on, Vipin. What are your
from the execute query, when we are executing the query means we are getting the results, aren't we?
Okay, fine, wonderful. Then we are closing that, right?
Then it's just so result set is just a collection of set which is I mean after the 26th line we already have the results in RS1. So why do we have to still open the connection? Because the get int or get string is related to collection and
Good.
RS1 is a collection. But why do we have to open the connection?
Good. I am expecting the question from you. So you are completely in the track. Okay. So internally, so what this will happen, how this will happen is like this. So you will get a result set. That means you are not getting all the data from your database for this query. Okay. Here, what will happen means, so you know the cursors, right, in C++.
Yes. the point.
Yeah, cursors, right? So what the cursor significance? Hey, see here,
It's
they have given some documentation. A table of data representing a database result set. A table of data representing a database result set, which is actually generated by executing a statement that queries the database. That is the definition for result set. What is result set means? So result set object maintains a cursor pointing to its current row of data. Initially, the cursor is positioned before the first row. Okay, and the next method moves the cursor to the next row, and because it returns false when there are no more rows in the result set object. It can be used in while loop, blah blah blah. So you can study so on your own. So for studying only two paras, I came to understand. Oh, fine. So result set is a kind of cursor pointing to a current row. Okay, fine. So initially it will be positioning before first row. So then I need to use next method to move the cursor to the next row, right? So this only I did. Okay.
okay.
Dot next. Iterated. Okay. In detail I will explain again. Okay. So this is high level. So I studied the definition what they have given. So what will happen? So result set. So I will write some diagram. Okay. I will show you here only. So Bipin, I need to say you something. So Bipin and Riva. So software engineer is not only meant for writing programs. Okay, you need to write Word documents also. You need to write documents also.
That's what documentation is.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody, even I too write documentation. Even I am developer. I need to write document also. I will explain you the sequence diagrams and kind of thing. So how to write that sequence diagram. So database. So the database notation will be like this. Every database. Okay. You need to take this figure as a database. Okay. So this is the database. And this should be some blocks. So treat this as your program. Database. Okay, this is database and this is program. Okay, so yeah. No, we should not use this one. We should use one way line. Okay, so here what you are doing, text, firing a query like update. Okay. results. Okay, this is it. Okay, so here your program, any program you can take. So like Java, C++, and anything. So I need to fire some query on database. That so database will be returning some with some results. Okay, the developer need to give some documentation in pictorial manner, because if you are client, you don't know what is this thing, right? So you don't care about what I am doing. I need some diagrammatical way. So how your how your program will be executing, how your program will do, what your program will do, and I need to explain him. So my program will connect like this, and my program will be connecting to database in like this, and my program will be firing like this, and the results will be getting like this. You need to give some document to the client what you did. Okay, document. So developer role is also that thing. So you need to write documents also. So because I'm saying you guys, so you should have some aware of this Word document and Excel also. You need to have some basic things. Okay, so here, so my program will be communicating with database, and it will be getting the results. So here, coming to here, getting the connection. So connection got. Okay, connection got. How the connection will be getting? So getting connection will be like this. Why I have taken two-way arrow means it is stateful. So you understand what is stateful and stateless, right? You know. Have you heard these words, stateful and stateless?
No.
Oh, okay, fine. Stateful means, so it's just like, how can I explain real time? So let me explain stateless. Stateless means, so stateful means, I don't know whether this is a exact example. So if you throw a ball to a wall, it will come again back. So whenever you throw a ball to a wall, it is coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is stateful. Stateless means if there is no wall, you are throwing a ball, but you are not getting it back. Let me explain in some other example. So this is enough as of now. Stateless and stateful. In coming sessions, you will be having this words stateful and stateless in frameworks or in servlets and everything. So I will explain you in detail. But here, why we got exception here? This is the context I am explaining you. Okay, fine. So this is creating a connection object. So it is stateful. Okay, next, creating a prepared statement object. So, okay, fine, I created. And later on, result set using prepared statement object. Okay, fine. And then I close the connection object. So I got only the result set object, but I am not getting the exact data. Okay, everything. So every objects here you have created are stateful. But so then you are making the connection object as stateless. Stateless means you are closing that connection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are closing that connection. So how you got result set? If you observe, so don't go to in detail. So if you study here, you can understand. So if you study here, so prepared statement object, result set. So result set that close is not there. Okay, fine. No, okay, fine. So connection. So here in this example, so he didn't explain that. Okay, let it be. So if you go through this documentation, you will come to understand what is how okay, fine, we need to close. But you don't have this documentation. By seeing this code only, you need to debug this one. What went wrong? Okay, so fine. So let's debug. Debug why what went wrong. So result set object. Prepared statement object dot execute query. I am getting this result set object from prepared statement. Okay, so okay, prepared statement. How I got prepared statement? From connection object. Okay, okay. How I got connection object? So driver manager. Okay, fine. So I am closing this connection. If I am if you observe here, so if I close this connection, so if I close this connection, what will happen? So these two also will be closed. Why? Why these two will be closed? Because so this object comes from this object, right? Am I correct?
Okay.
Okay. This object is coming from this object. And in 27th line, so in 26th line, I'm closing, I'm making this object as null. So I'm closing this object, or I can make it like null. So is equal to null. Null or close. I'm closing, I'm removing that object. So if I remove that object, whether these two objects will be available or not? No, obviously. You are trying to access that object in 27th line. Okay, so that's why you got this exception. So this is not the correct way, but so while writing your code, so you need to debug like this. First, you need to debug like this. So because you don't know what is the significance of this connection object, what is the significance of this prepare, and what is the significance of result set, you don't know. Previously, you don't know, right? Now you came to know that those cursor need to move like this, something, blah blah blah. I studied that one, right? So like this. So then you came to understand like this. But if I haven't studied this one, means you don't know how this happened. Here comes the debugging skills. So so we need to debug like this. So I kept the connection dot close in line number 26, but I got the exception in line number 27. So here I am using this object dot next. But if I am closing this object, because this is a root object for these two objects. So if I close this one, obviously these two will be closed. But if I am accessing this object in 27th line, obviously I will get exception. See, what is the exception? Operation not allowed after result set close. But you closed the connection object, boss. You are not closing the result set object. Why it shows this exception? So I came to know that. So okay, fine. So I understood. So if I closed connection object, so internally it will be closing result set object and prepare statement object also, right? So I need to. It is better if I close this result set object after completing all my operations. Okay. Fine. Now the execution is perfect. So still I can do some modification. What I will do? Any ideas? So coding standards. So you will call this as, so this code is not in a correct way. So what you can do more? Okay, let me explain you.
Maybe providing more comments.
Already we provided, write a query, this thing, blah blah blah. We've already provided comments. Okay, fine. And the next thing, so you need to handle exception. So you need to handle exceptions properly. So here comes exception handling. Okay. So what I will do means, I will write this here. Okay. I will initialize this object in try block. Okay. And I will close in finally. This close also throws some exception called SQL exception. I will handle here. Okay, is this fine? I'm not writing close here. So are you observing any modification here? What I did? Have you observed?
The only execution part is in try block because we are sure about the initializations.
Yes, exactly. Okay, only the execution part need to be. So this is one kind of design pattern. So I already said you, I will explain you the design patterns also. So somewhere you will get some designs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what kind of design pattern is this? It's data access design pattern. So data accessing. So accessing a data with some design. What is that design? I'm creating the connection object outside try block. I'm closing that connection object in finally block. Okay, that is my design. So those call so some people call it as so yeah, it is a design. So let's call this as a design pattern. So let's name it as some data access design pattern. Just like this. So design patterns come from coding only. Okay, so directly it didn't come. So while writing coding, so they think of like this. So this is some kind of design pattern, and they have introduced some name to it. That's all. So still you can do something. So what is the significance of this code? So you are creating a connection and doing some results. So you are fetching the data and you are doing something. Suppose if I want to execute two queries, what can I do?
Two statements.
Yeah, two statements. So simple. This is a simple program. Okay, so there will be some complex programs. You have to open only one connection for your entire program. Your entire program will be having thousands of queries. Okay, in that, so this is the requirement. So this is only a. So what we did so far is just how to open connection, how to get the results. So far what we did, but in depth, so in real time, you won't get these kind of programs. You won't write this simple kind of programs. You understood? So you have to write some complex programs. how the complex program will be like this. So let's look into these three tables. Let's open SQL work. We don't waste time. Okay. I need to show in some pictorial. What is this one? Fine. Okay. Let me explain you like this only. So I'm not able to explain it on the processor. Okay, let's not waste our time. Okay, fine. So here, if you find this table, so what this table contains: ID, name, country code, and district and population. Okay. So here you have code. Okay. So in city also you have country code. Here you have code. So these two are same. Okay. So name something blah blah blah. Okay, right. In country language, okay, country code you have language and something is official or some kind of thing. Okay. So here my requirement is I need to get the data from database. Okay. In a manner like, so for each country. Okay, for each country, what is the language? And so for each country, wait. Okay, right. So for each country, what are the cities exist? What are the cities exist for each country? And what is it continent? Okay, and what is it language? Okay, I need a query like this. So I need the results. So I need a result like this. So country name. I mean country name. That list of cities. In that country name, every city follows same language. Okay. So language is related to country, right? So that's why country will have a single language. A country will have multiple cities. Okay. So I need to have this data. Okay, what we will do? So if you are expert with SQL statements, you will write straight away you will write one join query and you will get this data. Okay, I am not an expert in SQL kind of thing. Now what I will do? So here for getting language, where is the language? Language is here in country language. Okay. Okay, fine. So where is your country name? Country name is in country class. Country name. Okay. So where is your list of cities? List of cities is in city. Okay. So try to understand my requirement. Okay. So I need to print this country name, language, and list of cities. So this is my requirement. I need to write a program this way. Okay. I need to write the program in this way. So how I will write? Okay. First of all, you need to design. So, design part is already over. Where is country name located? Country name is located in country table. Okay. Where is language located? Language is located in country language table. Okay, fine. Where is cities located? City located in cities table. Okay, so this I design this program. So how to write this program? Where to get this program? So how many queries I need to get? I need to write 3 queries because it is related to 3 tables. I need to write 3 select queries. Okay. So here I will write 3 select queries. So how I will get the country name? From country table, right? So I will write the select query. Select star from country. What I need? Only these two, right? I need code because this code is foreign key for country language and city also, right? Okay.
Yes.
Riva?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a sample project. This is not a thing. So project is in sense. So we are going JDBC in detail. Okay. So please concentrate this thing. So here my requirement is I need to print country name, language, and list of cities. Okay. So country name. Where can I get country name in country table? So so in country table I need to get only name is enough for me. Comma. I also need country code.
Mm-hmm.
Country code. Okay.
Hello?
సార్ సార్ చెప్పండి. ఓకే సార్. షూర్ సార్. ఓకే సార్. నో ప్రాబ్లం. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. రేపు మధ్యాహ్నం ఒకసారి మాట్లాడతాను. రేపు మధ్యాహ్నం అవైలబుల్ ఉంటారు. షూర్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.